Hey, how's it going?
Good. How can I help you today?
Well, I've got this one problem, and I'm not really sure how to solve it. I need to graph the horizontal axis, or the horizontal asymptote, the vertical asymptote, the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and find the holes of this function.
Okay, well, the first thing we want to do is simplify this function. So you can see it's a polynomial form, and by that I mean you only have x's, x squareds, and constant numbers. So we can factor the top and the bottom. So that's where we should start.
All right, so it's x minus 4 and x plus 1
On the top.
over x plus 1, x plus 4 on the bottom.
Fantastic. So now we can see that we have an x plus 1 on the top and the bottom. So what can we say about that?
That there's a hole at x equals -1.
Right. There's going to be a hole at x equals -1. Okay. So now that we have the hole, where's our vertical asymptote?
Vertical asymptote is when the bottom's equal to 0.
Right. So we can rewrite the equation as just y equals x minus 4 over x plus 4. Now that we've canceled out the x plus 1s.
Right. Okay. So there's a vertical asymptote at x equals -4.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay. So now we have to go get the horizontal asymptotes. That's how the function behaves when x gets really big or really negative. So in this case, we take the limit as x goes to infinity.
Okay.
What you want to do is look at the x with the highest power on the top and the bottom, and if they're equal, we use their coefficients to determine what the limit is.
Okay, so it's just 1.
So it's 1 over 1. Yep. So we know that at the end, the function will approach 1. So we dot it like this. Okay, so that's our horizontal asymptote. So on the far right and the far left of our graph, we're going to have the function approach a height of 1, y equal 1. All right, so now we need to get our x and y intercepts. So how are we going to get our y-intercept?
We're going to set the function equal to 0.
That will give us our, yes, so that will give us our x-intercepts.
So
No, because when you multiply this over, this would be this times 0.
right. So x is equal to 4.
Correct. So at x equals 4, we have our x-intercept. And so what about our y-intercept?
We plug in 4 into the equation, right? Or 4 for...
We plug in for x equals 0.
Yeah.
So if x equals 0, we'd have 0 minus 4 over 0 plus 4 is equal to y. Perfect. So we know we have our y-intercept at -1. And so now we can finish the graph. We know that it has to have a vertical asymptote at -4. It has to go through this point, and it can only go through the x-axis here. So we know that if it has to approach this line, it would have to come up like this. And then similarly, it can't cross the x-axis, so we know it has to shoot off to positive infinity and come down. And approach 1, because that's our horizontal asymptote.
Okay.
Good. Perfect.
All right. Well, that's all I needed.
Great.
Thank you.
No problem.